Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 2nd. This week, you start off with this To the Sea card and this Come to the Edge card. This Come to the Edge card kind of represents pushing yourself to that point where you would normally give up on something and then pushing yourself just a little bit further. And so I think that, the to the Sea card, I'm going to show you both of those cards in just a second, but, the To the Sea card is kind of like stepping into the unknown or going, doing something that isn't known to you. And you have the Six of Swords here, which the Six of Swords, this woman and the child in the boat, they kind of are stepping into the unknown. They don't know if, they're just hoping that they're getting to calmer shores. They don't actually know that the other side of the water is calmer or not. They are leaving everything behind them behind. So they're looking at a completely fresh start. And, it looks to me like a lot of you could be looking at starting a new adventure here, or you could be doing something different in your life, and it could be starting like this month. So that could be very exciting, but let's see here, Pisces. Again, you have this Come to the Edge card and this To the Sea card. I would argue that the Saturn and Pisces energy is really pushing Pisces to kind of like go to that place where you would normally give up and then keep going just a little bit further. So I think it's a great time to push yourself. Of course, we're not talking about, pushing yourself so much that you burn out. We're talking about, just like a tiny little step past the point where you would normally give up. So just a little bit, just going that one step further, not really, again, don't burn yourself out, but I think that would be very beneficial for you. I also think exploring the unknown or just looking for things that you don't know is kind of the energy that I get off of both of these cards together as well, and the Six of Swords. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. You have the Ten of Cups right next to this as well. And I love readings where we have the Ten of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. It's kind of like fortune after difficulty, or, good things happening after a difficult period of time. So there definitely could be some improvements coming in for you here, or there could be some blessings as well. But the Ten of Pentacles, like I said, is about building or leaving a legacy. And I feel for a lot of you, the Ten of Cups, you have the Fool here. I don't know, this type of stuff right here gives me the energy, these three cards, and even the Magician. It gives me the energy of like wanting something or trying to manifest something that you don't have. Ten of Pentacles is your ultimate vision for your life, but it doesn't necessarily say you have it. But the good news is here, like, I feel like you're making the changes to create it. So, I feel like there are things that you want. You have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, very good for your finances. So I think it could be you improving your finances, or, you could be doing things to make more money. Again, Mercury retrograde is going to be in your 10th house, Pisces. So for most of you, again, you're going to have to look at your chart to see if it actually is, but for most of you, it's your 10th house, and I would say that Mercury retrograde in the 10th house has to do with, career, making money, things like that, and I feel for a lot of you, you could be kind of like reviewing things or going back over things in your career, your business, your job, whatever it is, and you could be looking for ways to improve your finances, or you could be looking for ways to like clean things up, right, and make it better. So I think that would be a good activity for you. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords moving on to calmer shores, so definitely improvement coming in for you, like I said. I kind of feel like you don't know if something is an improvement or not. So, yeah, I mean, this woman and the child, they only have the clothing on their back there. They are bringing nothing with them across those choppy waters. So they don't know if something is going to be better or not. And they are just trusting and hoping that things are going to be an improvement. And normally I don't worry about that too much, and I'm not worried about it for you. But I definitely think it's something you're thinking about, because we go up, death to the Fool. And so it's like you're thinking about making a change in your life with that Fool card as well, thinking about taking a leap of faith. But I feel that you also don't know if it's going to be good or not. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the World. Yeah, we see a lot of adventure with the Six of Swords. Also this, what did it say? To the Sea, right? I think that exploration is the name of the game, especially with Pluto and Aquarius. I think that one little thing that we can do with Pluto and Aquarius is explore the unknown. Meaning if we don't know something, we just learn about it. And we, if we do that, then we will probably learn good things that can improve our situation or improve our life. And that's definitely what I would do with the World card and the Ten of Pentacles. Also could be some sort of accomplishment coming in for you as well. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Four Cups. Four Cups is having been disappointed. I do feel maybe some of you have been disappointed with your finances recently over the past maybe couple years. And so the Four Cups, he needs to see that there's another opportunity for him here to improve his situation. He just needs to accept this new cup into his life and things will improve. So I think for a lot of you, this is about accepting like a new opportunity or new business opportunity or new financial opportunity to improve your finances. With the Six of Swords, you have the Empress. Empress is total abundance, total success. So again, I think that you are probably heading to calmer shores that will lead to abundance or will lead to more success. So I feel pretty good about this for you, Pisces. I also feel like you could be very attractive at this time as well. So if you're looking for love, I would definitely get out there. Like towards the end of December, like maybe after like the 19th or the 20th, you have good stuff in your astrology for like attracting people into your life, even in the middle of December, really. So again, if you want love, I would put yourself out there. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have the Zebra card. It says spiritual symmetry, distinctiveness, and self-acceptance. You have this Kiwi. It says awareness, psychic attunement, and fidelity. Both cards have something to do with spirituality, so I think that tapping into your intuition or listening to your inner voice is going to be very important with these two cards, and that's what I would do. I would also say with the Zebra, it kind of says, like, don't be afraid of being unique or different, or, don't be afraid of showing a different side of yourself as well. You have the Ten of Cups, the Death card, and the King of Swords. The Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty or good things happening after a difficult period of time. So there definitely could be some improvements coming in for you. I always say that these people are focusing on happiness. They're focusing on those 10 cups. So I feel for a lot of you that this could say that you need to make sure that you, are choosing happiness, that they are choosing to be happy at this time, and they're choosing to do things that make them happy. And I think everybody needs to do more things that bring happiness into their life. Again, we're in kind of like a serious energy until 2033, and I think whenever that happens, the universe wants us to bring more love, joy, happiness to the world, and that's what I would do with that card. You have the Death card. Yes, I think you're making a big change here. I think your life is going to be completely different in 6 months. So, for those of you that, obviously if you're not making a change, then your life won't be different. It'll be exactly the same. But if you are making a change, or if you are thinking about making changes, then I think that there are, like 6 months from now, maybe like May, June of next year, that there is going to be a big transformation or shift that you are going to notice by that time. Again, things don't happen overnight. So you probably you're working through the changes now, but by the time we get there, May, June, whatever, I think that's when you're really going to notice that things are different. So I like to see that. You have the King of Swords. King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom. I kind of get a weird feeling here that you are wondering like when you are going to be recognized for your skills, because we have the Three of Pentacles right here. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work, and this guy is being recognized by these two people for his skills. And the King of Swords, it says that you do have a lot of like knowledge and wisdom, Pisces, but maybe you haven't been receiving that recognition that you deserve, and I feel like you're wondering like when. With the Ten of Cups, you have the High Priestess, and very spiritual, just like those other two cards. So whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength, really allows you to get what you want in a reading. Also very intuitive, so I feel like your intuition is on fire. We also have the Hierophant here. These two are divine counterparts. I kind of like these two better than the Emperor and the Empress. It's like a more spiritual connection. So for those of you looking for love, there could be like a very spiritual connection coming in for you here. With the Death card, you have the Hermit. The Hermit says you have to come out of hermit mode, Pisces. I think you need to step into the light and get attention, and which we talk about all the time with you. I also feel that you need to shine your light brighter. It's almost like, maybe there's a way that you can present yourself so that you get more attention. And I was feeling that in this reading. We even have like the World card. The World card can represent taking your place in the world. We have the Empress. She can represent a glow up or getting attention. The Fool, even he has like the sun to his back. The Fool might be getting attention for the wrong reasons, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But, still, I think that it's time for you to shine. With the King of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think the answer here is action, right? It's like sometimes I think Saturn is a weird energy when it is in your sign. Saturn it is knowledge in some ways, and it can kind of like point out to you things that you know. But sometimes I wonder if having Saturn in your sign, it's like you know things, but you're not taking action on them. And the Knight of Wands, I feel, is saying it's like time to take action on the things that you know. And this could be anything that you know to be true about life, or that you know to be true about your direction or where you're going. And so I think it's time for action is what that card is saying. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this card that says your commitment is being tested. You also have this prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, I think that, you have the Magician here. So the card that says your commitment is being tested, I feel like that card is tied into the Magician. Sometimes we work on something like a project or a business and it doesn't work. So what we have to do is we have to reinvent it, or we have to go back to the drawing board. And I feel for some of you, like something that you're working on isn't doing as well as you want, I feel the Magician is saying it's time to go back to the drawing board. It's time to look at like what you are doing and what you aren't doing, and maybe you just need to kind of reinvent what you're doing, or like twist it in some way, or present it in a different way. And I definitely get that energy here. It's also Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is a great time to reinvent things or to present things in different ways. So I think now is the time for you to do that. And so I don't think your commitment is being really tested, but again, I think if you don't give up on something that you want to be successful, that you will be rewarded. And again, clearly, this is a very prosperous reading. So prosperity lies ahead. You have the Fool, the Magician, and the Three of Pentacles. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith towards something. And, the Fool, to me, the Fool is a good card, but, it can represent looking foolish, or, it can say that people are calling you foolish for the changes that you're making. But I think that you know something with that King of Swords. Like that is literally the only thing the King of Swords is saying to me in your reading, is that like you know better, and so you might be making a change to reinvent yourself, or to change your business, or to change how you appear, or whatever. And I feel like the Fool is saying like take the leap of faith. You have the Magician. And again, the Magician has a snake wrapped around his waist, which represents the Ouroboros, which represents reinvention. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be reinventing yourselves at this time, or you could be presenting yourself in a different way. The Magician can also represent your tools. Like he has all the ace versions of all the suits in front of him, and maybe he needs to look at the tools that he is using and how he is working, and maybe he needs to use a different tool. So this is all about using the correct tool for the job. Or it can say that maybe you are kind of like working on something and using your emotions with the cups, but maybe you need to use more logic with the swords, or maybe you need to be more creative with the wands here. And I kind of get that energy where it's like you're all different. So I can't tell you which tool to use, but I would just try a different tool. Again, if you're trying to grow your business and it's like maybe you are coming at it from an emotional angle, maybe you need to be more creative, or maybe it needs more creativity or something like that. So I would like mess around with like how you are working on something. You have the Three of Pentacles. I like the Three of Pentacles in this reading because there is this energy in this reading of getting attention, which is, again, going to be very important for you for many years, Pisces, attention. So I would try to stand out in the right ways, of course, but he has done a good job. So, this is coming up in a future position, and I feel a lot of you could definitely be getting a lot of future attention or future recognition for the work that you do. With the Fool, you have the Hangman. Yes, there's something that you need to not wait on. I was feeling this with that King of Swords, that the King of Swords, like, you know what to do, and then the Knight of Wands clarifies, is like saying, do it. So I think if there's something that you want to take a leap of faith on, or something you want to work on, like now is the time. There's a lot of light in this reading as well. And, his head is glowing, so he has gained enlightenment on what his next move should be. And it's time for him to get off this tree with the Hangman. So I think that you have maybe mentally processed something enough to where you can take action. With the Magician, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Really good money stuff in this reading. You have the King and Queen of Pentacles as well. So there definitely could be a divine counterpart coming in for you this month. And, it could be an earth sign, could be any sign. But I like these two because they want something permanent, and they really want to put the work in. So it could be like a very serious person, or a person who really puts the work in that's coming in for you. Like I said, on top of that, I think that these two together, outside of love, they represent an energy of focusing on like long-term stable wealth. And you have the 10 of Pentacles as well. So for those of you that want to make more money, or if you're doing things to make more money, this would say that you are focusing on, creating stable, long-term stable wealth. With the 3 of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles, definitely something new. I think we said this at the beginning of the reading, but this whole entire row has a lot of newness in it. Full Magician can represent needing to have a new beginning. Page of Pentacles is a new beginning as well. So I think for a lot of you, there is like this new beginning in your finances, or there is a new beginning that is connected to your finances. I think you already know what this is. Like, you already know what you're going to do or, something. But I think that taking the leap of faith is the answer here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the spiritual transformation card and this enlightenment card. So again, we have a lot of spiritual stuff going on in this reading. You are definitely, I think you are getting more enlightened to your journey. Again, I think this retrograde in particular is a good one. Like, everybody, I did those readings for December, and everybody had a ton of clarity in their readings. So sometimes retrogrades can bring us clarity because we're like revisiting things. We're getting the clarity on what we've already been doing, and that helps us move forward. So again, you could really be getting a lot of clarity in, not even, in this first week of the month is what I'm trying to spit out here, Pisces. You have the Hierophant, the 7 of Swords, and the Temperance card. The Hierophant and the High Priestess, again, are divine counterparts. The Hierophant in the good stuff can represent you receiving blessings. So a lot of you could be receiving blessings at this time, or you could be feeling more blessed by the universe. You have the 7 of Swords again. 7 of Swords in the good stuff would represent doing things differently. He's stealing these swords from this army that's in the background of the card here, and he's tiptoeing away. So he is doing work, but he's doing it in a different way. And I always say the 7 of Swords is a card of tactics. Everyone has been getting the 7 of Swords for like the past 2 years. I don't think the 7 of Swords is talking about lying, cheating, stealing. Really, the 7 of Swords is a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So really, it's a card of tactics, and it says whatever you're trying to accomplish, what are you doing things in the best way, or is there a better way to do things? And the 7 of Swords encourages us to make sure that we're doing things in the best way possible. What the hell does that mean? What it means is you have to do your research on the work that you're doing, and if you're not being efficient, then you need to come up with a more efficient way to do things, or if there is a better way to do things, you need to discover it. So yes, you have to do your research, but it will pay off with that card. I also think, you have 2 cards with polka dots, the 3 of Pentacles. He has polka dots on his cloak as well, and polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have more fun. And with the 10 of Cups, there's definitely something about this reading that's saying you also need to have fun. You have the Temperance card. The Magician is pointing to the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is about changing your situation. He is trying to turn water into wine. Temperance basically says that you have the power to turn your situation around and to make it better, but you have to, again, discover how to do that. It is coming up in the good stuff, so I feel like you are going to figure it out. With the Hierophant, you have the 8 of Wands. This would be about tapping it, right? The 8 of Wands can be a card of communication. It is a card of quick success as well, which could be possible for you. But with the Hierophant, this would represent listening to your inner voice or listening to your higher self, something like that. So I think that, and we see a ton of spiritual stuff here in this reading. So I think you could be getting answers from your dreams, your daydreams, your higher self, however you tap in. And if you're not tapping in, I would make time to do it because clearly there are answers. With the 7 of Swords, you have the 5 of Cups. Again, 5 of Cups in the good stuff would say that you are being grateful for what you have. He needs to turn around and be grateful for these 2 cups, then he gets this bridge and this castle. So I think that some of you are actually getting something that you've wanted for a while with those 2 cards. With the Temperance card, you have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, definitely don't give up, right? And again, it's coming up in the good stuff. So the 9 of Wands and the good stuff would say you are not going to give up on something that you're working on. You're going to keep going, which is great. But I definitely feel that with this card that you need to kind of like keep going and keep pushing towards your goals or towards whatever you're trying to accomplish. And again, this could, the 9 of Wands could also represent the wounded warrior. And so in the good stuff, this can say that you are healing or that you, need to heal. You have this ladder. It says climbing towards success. There you go. I would say the whole entire reading is about climbing towards success. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You have to put the work in, Pisces. It's not going to magically happen, but, I think that good things are happening. You have this May card. We talked about the month of May, by the way, or actually it says April. Never mind. So, maybe these changes are coming by the month of April. But you have the shark. It says, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. I think you always get this card with me, the loss of material wealth card. And so I think, again, money looks good, but obviously I wouldn't be wasting it or spending it on things you don't need. Next, you have this older woman. It says, dealings with relationships with an older woman. And you have this finger card. It says, warning you of a problem either now or in the future. Yeah, this could just be an older person. It doesn't have to be a woman. It could be anyone in your life. But, I think these problems are more like if you are allowing people to tell you what to do, that's where the problems are going to come from with this energy. So, like the Fool card, the problem with the Fool is that people might look at him as being foolish. But the other problem is that those people don't know where he came from. They don't know the experiences he's had. So you might be doing things in your life that look foolish to other people, but it's like they don't know what you know. And so I think as long as I think Pisces, of course, as a Pisces, I totally get this, has a problem with other people telling them what to do. And I feel like this is saying, like, don't listen. You have this broken bridge. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I think you're getting frustrated, really, because there's a lot of switching back and forth, like round and round energy in this reading, especially with that Magician and the Temperance card. It's like you are in this energy of needing to experiment your way to success. And so I think that can be frustrating. It's like you try one thing, it doesn't work. You try another thing, it doesn't work. But I think the Nine of Wands is saying don't give up. You will find a solution. You have this bad card that says something important such as a new job or a raise. Yeah, I think your money is improving here, Pisces, and things are getting better. So, I like this reading. I think there's a lot of good stuff here. I would just encourage you to keep experimenting, but looks good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.